Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel, man. And once again, this was just an impromptu video, man, that I wasn't gonna, wasn't gonna do. But I wanted to touch on something because, I was reminded last night about it, when I was watching some of the Los Angeles Lakers highlights against the Denver Nuggets, and, I saw LeBron James bounce that ball off of Jamal Murray's head. I don't know if you guys saw that last night, but LeBron James, he did one of his typical LeBron James things, went to pass the basketball and bounced it right off of Jamal Murray's head, right in his face. And we're going to talk about this video, man, because I feel like LeBron James' passing skills, they've gotten a little, I don't know, man. I've only been a little bit overblown. They've gotten a little overblown over the years, man. Right? And that kind of scenario, to me, is really indicative of a lot of the things that LeBron James does. I mean, this is LeBron James. This is why he has so many turnovers. So we're going to talk about his passing ability in this video, because I thought that was funny. And I want to thank you guys, man, everyone across the world, everyone across the states, man. I want to thank everybody out there, man. I'm truly humbled, guys, by all the support, man. Shout out to all you guys out there, for real, man. Everybody in the membership, shout out to all you guys, man, for the continued support, man. I'm truly humbled that you guys would even be in the membership. That's, like I said, it's truly humbling. Much to all you guys, man. We must continue to stand up. And you guys know what to do, man. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I was watching some of them highlights of that, that game last night with the Lakers and the Denver Nuggets. And, I did that video earlier about that stuff, man, and I had mentioned about that play, LeBron James passing the ball off of Jamal Murray's head. It's actually the thumbnail to the other video that I did earlier. That's actually the thumbnail, him bouncing it off of Jamal Murray's head, off his face. And it just got me, thinking once again that LeBron James is always being touted as, this amazing passer. And yes, LeBron James is a good passer. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's not a good passer or anything like that. Yes, LeBron James has some passing ability. But when you hear people trying to say that LeBron James is one of the greatest passers in NBA's history, like he's one of the top 5 passers in NBA's history, or one of the top 10 greatest passes in NBA's history, to me, I think it's laughable. Complete laughable when I hear these statements. Because although LeBron James is a good passer, and he's been known to make some passes here and there, his overall passing ability has been way overblown due to several reasons. One reason being the fact that LeBron James plays in what? The system, right? So he's continuously having the ball in his hand, and people judge his assist numbers based off of his passing ability. Because he has so many assists, that obviously means LeBron James is one of the greatest passers of all time. But that's one of the reasons why he has so many assists, right? Because he always has the ball in his hand. He's always been able to dictate the offense, things of that nature. Okay, so that makes sense. But even when we think about that, the fact that he's averages 7 assists for his career is really not that impressive when you think about the totality of his career and how he's always been able to dominate the basketball. So that's one thing we must think about right there, right? The fact that he always has the ball in his hands, which leads to him having these passing options, availabilities. But to me, LeBron James's quality, the quality of his passing, right? The precision, right, of his passing skills, to me, is where he gets kind of exposed. And last night was a clear indication, or clear indicator, or indicative of that, right? Throwing it off Jamal Murray's face. Now, yes, this happens from time to time in basketball. But the thing about it is, for LeBron James, you could probably make a minute-long reel of LeBron James bouncing the ball off of people's heads, their faces, their backs, different body parts. He's done this many, many times in his career. This goes to the amount of turnovers he has, right? This adds to that. It's one of the reasons why. So when you think about these things, this is once again why I tell you that LeBron James' passing ability, to me, is not as great as people will say it is. Now, once again, yes, LeBron James has made some nice passes in his career. He always has the ball in his hands, right? He's an all-time great player. He's a good passer. No doubt about it. But is he one of the greatest passers of all time? No, he's not. To me, he's not like a top 5 guy in NBA's history. Like I said, to me, it's laughable to even put him in the conversation with some of the greatest passers in NBA's history, right? The Magic Johnsons, right? The Bob Cousy's, the Jason Kidds. I wouldn't put him in the level of these guys. So when we think about NBA's history and passing, I wouldn't put him better than a Larry Bird as far as passing just at his position. To me, Larry Bird was a much better passer than LeBron James. And that's just at his position, to me. And I think the videotape is clear of that. And Larry Bird didn't even have the opportunity to dominate the basketball that way. It was Larry Bird's what? The precision of his passes and the variety of his passes. Right? In different kinds of ways, the playmaking ability of Larry Bird was greater. Larry Bird had these tip passes, these tap passes, the over-the-shoulder pass, the through the legs. To me, it was more spectacular. But like I said, that's just his position. When we talk about just the great point guards in NBA's history, I'm not putting LeBron James up there with the great pass in NBA's history. I'm not putting him up there with a Mark Jackson. Like I said, the Magic Johnson, the Jason Kidds, the Steve Nashes, the Isaiah Thomases. I'm not putting him up there with these guys, the Bob Cousy's. I'm not putting him up there with a Pistol Pete Maravich. I'm not putting him up with these guys as far as passing ability goes. The John Stocktons. I'm not putting him up there with a John Stockton passing ability. Right? I'm not putting him up there. A Jason Williams, White Chocolate. I think these guys are just better passers. These guys are pure point guards, a lot of these guys, man. Right? These guys can make every pass, man. With precision, with more accuracy, with more consistency. Right? Once again, I've told you guys, the problem with LeBron James throughout his career is the inconsistency of his play, which is why he'll average 7 assists a game, even though he dominates the basketball, which is why he'll average 7 rebounds a game, even though he's on the court all day long. He got this freak athleticism, right? Size over everybody, only averages 7 rebounds a game. It's a joke. It's laughable, guys. This is LeBron James. Throughout his entire career, it's inconsistent play. Right? He's never hustled consistently for offensive rebounds. LeBron James' offensive rebounding numbers are pathetic, guys, at best. Pathetic at best. Look at them. They're despicable. It exposes his effort or lack of on the offensive rebounds. His rebounding in general goes to the inconsistency. And the same thing with the passing. A lot of his passes are basic, right? Once again, guys are running off action. He throws the ball, they make a shot, he gets the assist. Let's think about something also, the assist numbers for LeBron James and how they're inflated over the last, 10 years or so, when these guys are getting assists that are basically hockey assists, and they're getting assists for these things. These guys are getting assists, guys are making 2 or 3 moves, and they'll make a shot, and they still get the assist for that. Back in the day, you had to make a pass directly to a shot. Literally, that was it. 2 steps, a shot, or right up into a shot. Like, that was it, man. There was none of this extra stuff. These guys now, they're getting assists for nonsense. So the assist numbers are obviously inflated and exposed. Anybody that really knows the game and understands, like I said, the reality here, once again, how the game is officiated is not as tight. Once again, LeBron James and the passing ability of him, like I said, yes, he's a good passer. But when you hear people say, oh, LeBron James, I've had people tell me LeBron James is just as good as Magic Johnson, man. Like, this is what they say. This is what I'm saying, man. And when you're bouncing the ball off of people's faces all the time, like I said, you can make a minutes-long reel of LeBron James bouncing the ball all over people's faces and heads and backs and all kinds of stuff. Stumbling around, dropping the ball, throwing the ball to no one in the stands, just throwing the ball to nobody. He did this many, many times. I saw LeBron James on the inbounds, guys, throw the ball with one hand and back it and bounce it off the back of the backboard, guys. I've seen this man do that. This is LeBron James, guys, on an inbounds. Throwing it off come on, man. Meanwhile, Jason Kidd is making inbound passes over Yao Ming. Over Yao Ming. Y'all remember that play? Go Google it. Jason Kidd's inbound pass over Yao Ming, who's 7'7" or something like that? Against what? The Houston Rockets, the Dallas Mavericks, I believe it was. He throws an inbound pass over his hands to, I believe it was Sean Marion for the game-winning layup as time expired, guys. All they had was 0.7 seconds left on the clock or whatever it was. Inbound tip in for the win. He threw that over Yao Ming on the inbounds. Go Google it, guys. These are guys who are pure passers, guys. Go Google Mark Jackson right now, guys. Go Google Mark Jackson highlights. If you don't know who Mark Jackson is, then you're not going to understand what I'm saying. Go Google Mark Jackson right now, and you tell me that this dude's not a better passer than LeBron James. I'm talking about passing the basketball, guys, right? I'm talking about consistently, with accuracy, with precision, you know what I'm saying? Not fumbling around, all the turnovers, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, bouncing over people's heads and faces, bouncing over backboards, throwing it to nobody, making all kinds of passes. And Mark Jackson do it with a flair, you know what I'm saying, with some swag on it. You know what I'm saying? For real. Go Google these guys, man. You guys know Magic Johnson. Go look up some Bob Cousy stuff. You know, a lot of people be knocking Bob Cousy. This man was the Houdini of the hardwood. That, if you don't know who Houdini is, then, like I said, once again, you won't get it. But the man Bob Cousy was, again, these guys were pioneers back then. We must remember this. These guys are playing in the 50s, Bob Cousy, right? They call him the Houdini of the hardwood. When you see what this man was doing, the wizardry that he had with the basketball, he was ahead of his time. The things that he was doing. These guys didn't have film to watch and study other eras and see what their swag and style was. This is Bob Cousy doing it with the flair. You know what I'm saying, guys? These guys are pure passers. These guys are magicians. They have these reputations for a reason. All these years later, they want to put LeBron James ahead of all those guys. And just put him ahead of all these guys that you never even mention these guys. These guys are great passers of the basketball. Like, what are we talking about here? These guys were dropping dimes year after year. John Stockton, year after year. People can say whatever they want about him playing with Karl Malone. Oh, John Stockton and Karl Malone to pick and roll. John, that's the precision I'm talking about. That's the excellence of a John Stockton. He's not turning the ball over 1 billion times. He's making those pocket passes to Karl Malone. He's hitting them in the right spot at the right time, right? In the right place. Karl Malone ain't fumbling for the ball. He ain't getting hit in the face. It's not at his ankles. This is the precision of John Stockton. It doesn't matter what type of pass he's making. He's going to make all the passes. They're going to be on time, on target, right? And he's not going to be fumbling around, you know, and like I said, turning the ball over, hitting guys in the face, throwing the ball off the backboards. This is John Stockton. These are the great passes in NBA's history, guys. And there's many other guys that we can name. You guys know. We must continue to set the record straight here, yo, and stop the narratives. When people try to tell you LeBron James is right there with Magic Johnson in passing, and there's no one else. LeBron James, greatest passer in NBA's history, man. Stop it, man. Come on, just stop the nonsense. We need to stop this. The amount of turnovers this man has garnered throughout his career, he's earned those turnovers. Right? A lot of those turnovers, man, those are ugly turnovers. Ugly ones out there. He's throwing the ball all over creation. But you're going to argue and tell me he's a better passer than these other guys that I mentioned. He's on the level of Jason Kidd, man. I told you. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying, guys? Go check out Jason Kidd, the things that he was doing out there. Steve Nash. Like I said, man, some of these other guys that was out there dropping dimes, man. So once again, you guys know the deal, man. We can't allow them to rewrite the history, bend reality, and forget about some of the great pure passers, man. The great pure point guards, and just like I said, just even at his position, man. Give me Larry Bird as far as passing the basketball, man. Larry Bird was a better passer. Like I said, he didn't dominate the basketball. No, he didn't rack up the assists of a LeBron James. Once again, it's not about the numbers, guys. It's about the footage. It's about the on-court impact. Larry Bird was more precise with his passes. He was more impactful with his passes, man. He was on time with his stuff. He had more flash, man, more pizzazz. He had different, like I said, more variety, man. These guys had a deeper bag as far as passing the ball, man. Not impressed with LeBron James' assist to turnover ratio with the amount of times that he holds onto the basketball and all these things, and guys are coming off screens and he's going to throw a pass and the guy's going to make a shot. Oh, whoop-de-doo, man. Stop it right now, man. Once again, like I said, this man will hold on to the ball forever. Forever and ever and ever. You guys know the deal, man. We must continue to set the record straight. LeBron James is not a top 5 passer in NBA's history, a top 10 passer in NBA's history, guys. He's not, man. You guys know this man's bouncing the balls all over people's faces, man. Last night, Jamal Murray, once again, like I said, just made me once again think about this. Like, yo, this is crazy, man. This, like I said, you can get a minutes-long reel of LeBron James doing this kind of stuff, man, all throughout his career, man. The blooper reel of LeBron James is astronomical. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.